In 1989, a US TV broadcaster, TBN, announced a strange and crazy story that hell exists and they could prove it. They claimed that they had a recording of the screams in hell, took from a drilling experiment gone wrong in an undisclosed location in Serbia, Russia. In this episode, we will uncover the place now known as the Well to Hell. Please like and comment. Let's start. The scientists, led by a man named Azarkov, had come to drill too deep to beat the US in a race to reach the centre of the Earth, just like the space race. But the Russians had failed to get to the moon first, so their efforts were doubled to get to the centre before the US. The US had already drilled a borehole off the coast of Mexico in 1961, but the project failed due to funding and poor management. Russian scientists were also keen to discover new secrets, or secrets that could have been waiting in the depths of the Earth for centuries. It's reported that they worked tirelessly day and night, drilling deeper and deeper into the crust of the Earth. Until the drill reached 14.4 kilometres, or 9 miles, they discovered something unexpected, an unknown cavity. Fascinated by their discovery, the scientists lowered a microphone down into the cavity to test plate movements, but what they heard next turned them ghostly white. The sounds that echoed back to them was unlike anything they had ever heard before, the wails of millions of lost souls trapped in hell. The scientists were shocked and frightened by what they had heard. They could scarcely believe the cries were actually coming from hell itself. They immediately began to theorise and started different tests to determine what could be the cause of such a phenomenon. Some believed that the cavity was actually a portal to another dimension, one that was inhabited by the souls of the damned. Others thought that they had perhaps inadvertently stumbled upon a secret underground laboratory belonging to a sinister group of scientists hidden away from society, who were experimenting with dark forces beyond their control. Regardless of the cause, the sound that they had heard otherworldly and haunting. It wasn't long before everybody working on the project started to feel the effects of the experiment. Strange occurrences began to happen, and people whispered in hushed tones about the eerie noises that emerged deep beneath the earth. As the days went by, everybody became more afraid. Several of the scientists involved saw ghostly apparitions that haunted them in their sleep. Some reported hearing whispers in the darkness and shadowy figures lurking at the edge of their vision. The incidents grew more frequent until the scientists began to die in strange and mysterious ways. Some were found with unexplainable injuries, while others simply disappeared without a trace. The remaining scientists worked tirelessly to try and understand the strange occurrences that had plagued their colleagues and caused their deaths. Despite their best efforts, the remaining scientists were unable to explain what was happening, and the mystery of the wailing souls trapped in hell only deepened. Rumours spread that the scientists had unleashed an ancient evil that should have been left undisturbed. Still furiously working on the drill, being pressed to go deeper, they heard an ominous sound on the microphone. Suddenly, without warning, a massive demon-like creature emerged from the hole, its eyes blazing with fury. Panic ensued as the team tried desperately to repel the monstrous creature and close off the whole entrance, now what could be called a portal. It was a risky move, but it was their only chance to prevent the demon from wreaking havoc on the world. With desperation, the team rallied together to launch a last-ditch effort to seal the portal. They fought tooth and nail against the relentless onslaught of the demon, risking life and limb to buy precious seconds of time. The team finally managed to slam the portal shut, and as it slammed, the demon was sucked back inside. It was a close call, but they had succeeded in preventing a catastrophic disaster. After the intense battle with the demon, the facility was left in shambles. The walls were cracked and the floors were littered with debris and bodies. The team surveyed the damage and realised that the whole had collapsed in on itself, sealing off any possibility of the demon returning. Exhausted and battered, a few emerged from their facility, realising they had witnessed something truly unbelievably terrifying. They had faced off against a force of evil. All research into the hole was abandoned, and the surviving scientists and military personnel worked tirelessly to study the data collected during the facility's brief operation. They hoped to shine some understanding on the mechanics behind the evil events that took place there. The tragedy of the facility had served as a dark reminder to the potential consequences of an unchecked ambition, and those who survived were determined to ensure that such a mistake would never be made again. The memory of the Russian scientists and their ill-fated experiment would always haunt them, a reminder of the terrible price that could be paid for delving too deep into the unknown. The sounds of the screams could be found on YouTube if you dare to search for it, and let me tell you, it is chilling. The legendary Art Bauer was the first to play the screams live on air. There are many versions of the Well to Hell. This one was presented by Fear Tears. Thank you for watching. Please like and comment.